Hey everyone! So today I'm going to swatch the pencils that I showed you I recently got. It's this lovely set of Supracolor pencils from Caran. It's their slightly cheaper line of watercolor pencils, and yeah, this is a limited edition of 8 shades. I really just wanted a nice range to try out, and this was available on Amazon, so I could get prime shipping. We're in lockdown now, so I can't go to the art store. And yeah, if I like them, I might add more colors, but this was just a quick way, and I didn't want to get a basic set because I usually actually don't use these colors. Now what I'm going to do in like a future video is I'm also going to swatch out my Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer pencils, which are watercolor pencils, because I just want to make sure, this is the Museum Aquarelle pencils that I have that I swatched, and I always say that they're the best, and I just want to make sure I actually haven't used these in a moment, so I want to see that I can, you know, wholeheartedly say that the Museum Aquarelle are the best. And yeah, just see what I think about the Faber-Castell ones. I have quite a few colors, which I bought open stock, and I want to test those out, so watch out for that video. But let's start with this. I'm actually going to follow this color arrangement because I really liked it. I used my stamp set for this, and thank you so much to everyone that got it. It sold out, the restock, and yeah, I'm very, very grateful. I am working on a new set that I think you would like, I hope. And I will do probably, I guess, the beginning of next year, I'll do another restock. Okay, so let's just talk about the colors. I really like this kind of slightly slightly muted green, like a sage green. They go down nicely. Nothing that is, you know, wowing me. I'm just, yeah, I do feel the Museum Aquarelle are just a little bit softer and more pigmented. These don't have colors on them, so I actually don't know if they are new shades that were created for the set or that they just took existing shades. I don't know that. But I really like them, and I think they look good together. So I always like these, you know, ideas of, oh, I should do another one here. These curated sets. This is a very light color, but it is, you know, supposed to be light, so the pigmentation is okay. Yeah, I think they're just not as soft. They don't go down so easily like the Museum Aquarelle. This is very pretty. I'm okay with this purple. It's a little bit muted. It's not like super, super blue. So I like that. Yeah, they're very nice. I'm not like amazed. This is an interesting color, kind of like a, yeah, it's actually a gray. Looks a bit bluish here, but I think it's mostly gray. And then the last one is this nice turquoise. And again, I just want to, yeah, sorry to say, like, I really, really wanted to love these, and their color range is definitely better and just larger than the Museum Aquarelle, but they're not as soft, which, you know, might be, maybe you prefer actually a harder pencil. But yeah, I just feel like here with the Museum Aquarelle, the pigment goes down like much easier. So for me personally, if I found a color I really, really liked in the Supracolor range that doesn't exist in the Museum Aquarelle, and they have like 50 more colors, then I would pick it, but I'm standing behind my position that the Museum Aquarelle are the best. I do want again to try the Faber-Castell ones. Yeah, they have also nice colors, but I just don't, they're not as good. I'm sorry, they're not as good. What can I say? Okay, let's see how these activate. We'll take number 4 is a good size. It activates very nicely. So can't complain there. And let's see how the lighter colors, this color is really beautiful, kind of unique. This sagey green. Then with the light colors, it is quite pigmented, very light color. I think it performs well for the color. Also this yellow is very nice and bright. This is also a lovely color. It's kind of a warm pink. They really need some more pinks in the Museum Aquarelle range. This one is okay. I like the shade. It's kind of muted purple. It's not super intense, but I'm okay with that. This very neutral gray is fine, and I do like the turquoise. Turquoise is nice, but I actually have a few nice turquoises. These are the Museum Aquarelle. Yeah, I'm gonna say that these are, you know, kind of similar to other good watercolor pencils that I've tried, and I'm going to, as I said, like go again into my Faber-Castell pencils and see how good they are. Kind of feels similar to me. The Museum Aquarelle are just like a level above with their pigmentation and softness. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to show you how Zoisite looks if you're not familiar with it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And okay, what I can do while things are drying here is show you these inks, and I think I will actually, this is my watercolor sketchbook, and I don't know how I feel about using acrylic paints. So I can show you how these look on canvas, and I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the pink one as it is. This is Magenta. So these are acrylic inks from my local shop. I think they also have shops in Germany, but you know, sometimes it's worth testing out the, you know, house brands, just because they're usually very affordable. This particular Magenta I'm not a fan of because it's quite opaque, and I think I can make nice shades if I add white to it, but as it is, I'm not loving it. So these are quite, like all three are quite opaque. The yellow is nice. I like the yellow. It's Indian yellow. And then this one is Ultramarine Blue, which is my favorite blue. And it's also nice, but they're all slightly on the opaque side. Now this is not a problem because you can dilute these and actually probably make them, you know, stretch more. But yeah, I like the blue and the yellow. The Magenta, I probably wouldn't use it as is. So these, that's how they look before I make a mess. But they're pretty. I think I still prefer mostly the Liquitex inks, but I don't have an ultramarine from Liquitex, and I feel that's kind of a must color for me. So I'm going to check if they have some, and kind of dab this before it makes a huge mess. Okay, so things are dry, and I think you can see now, hopefully, how gorgeous and granulating this color is. So I'm also going to paint this tube just for funsies. So again, this is Daniel Smith Zoisite. I'm using my stamps because it's more fun with them. And here I just added the details on the tube, and here with the open tube I can make a little puddle. And here I wanted to show you another way of you could use the brushes stamps and drop your brush to the floor, and just to kind of play around with it. So I would add the names of the brushes. I'm kind of just like swatching this set of the Tintoretto Sintetico 1337 brushes, and just need to wet my paint here just to get kind of a representation of the line you can achieve with your brush. So obviously with a smaller brush you would get a smaller line, and let's do the number 6. Let's do some turquoise. Should have sprayed my palette. Thing is, now we're into winter, so we have the heating on. That means that inside the house it gets very dry. And everything, like my palette, dries super fast. So this is the number 6. And then number 8. I really like these brushes. They come to a very fine tip, which I just find that makes them very versatile. Lovely. And you can see the granulation of Zoisite. So pretty. It's a really great dark to have in your palette. And especially, I find, especially for florals, because it just, you know, adds depth, texture, and it creates beautiful shades when you mix it with pinks, which I use a lot. So really, really lovely combo. Let's see, a little bit of pink together with it, and you can see it has some nice flow to it. Yeah, really beautiful. I just love the combination of it against bright pinks. I think it really makes them pop. And if you mix it with the yellows, then you'll also get kind of brighter greens, which is also very nice to have in florals. So I'll show you with, I have in my palette, so this is Zoisite, and I have in my palette Core Quinacridone Gold. So if you haven't seen my videos on what Core does to other brands, I would definitely check it out. But interesting. I spoke too soon. Usually, okay, yeah, it's pushing its way in there. I think the problem is the Zoisite is very wet, so it's a bit hard for the gold to push in there, but you can already see how it's just, I'll show you up close. It's really pushing its way. Now you can see it. Look. It's basically everywhere, the gold. So I really, really like Zoisite as a dark color for florals. And of course, if you just agitated them a bit, you could get really nice kind of earthy greens. Lovely. So pretty. Okay, so I think that's it. I think I showed you everything, and yeah, I have a bunch of like playing around with canvas and mixing, granulating colors. So make sure you are subscribed so you're notified whenever I post a new video, and I'll see you soon in another one. Take care, bye bye.